Hello everyone, welcome to this week's video announcements. They're coming a little later on Monday than usual. Thanks for your patience. Tomorrow morning is once again the weekly Nashua Area Interfaith Council's brief Zoom prayer. They are holding a weekly prayer via Zoom at 9 a.m. for about 15 minutes. The prayers will be to pray for each other and for the world during this stay-at-home period. And everyone's invited to participate, and I will put the link for that. It does have a password, so if you are joining that, there'll be a link and a password in the comments. On Wednesday, our lunchtime conversation will continue, Eat, Share, Learn. I'll be hosting this week, and I'm happy to chat with folks about the fact that we are planning to be online for all of next church year, and the letter that came out from our Unitarian Universalist Association telling churches to continue with online programming through May 2021. So if you want to chat more about that, we can do that on Wednesday after we just do a check-in with each other. So that'll be at noon on Wednesday, and I'll put the link for that in the comments. Sadie has her family and kids check-in with games for elementary ages on Thursday at 2 p.m. And you can look in our newsletter or be in touch with Sadie if you want the link to that. Ben is continuing with Friday Fun this Friday at 6:30 p.m. Note the new time. I don't know what he has planned for this week, but I'm sure it will be fun. I'll put the link for that in the comments. And this weekend we have our worship on Sunday, and Zoom has been back up after just that brief outage yesterday morning, just at the right time to catch our worship service. So we'll be back on Zoom on Sunday with that same link you usually use. And Ben is leading worship this Sunday. He's going to be talking about reconnecting with our world. So that should be a great service. I know there's some really good music planned for that. So hope you will join Ben on Sunday for worship at 10 a.m. And fellowship time afterwards in breakout groups. I know some of you really missed that time this past Sunday. So it'll be back on Sunday. And also our youth group will be meeting Sunday evening at 6 p.m. with youth advisors for games and check-in. That's for any youth in grades 6 through 12. So any youth in grades 6 through 12 are welcome to join. And if you want that link, it's in our newsletter, or you can be in touch with Sadie to get that information. I want to name a couple things that are coming up. First of all, next Monday is Memorial Day, which means that the church offices are closed, which is a funny thing to say when none of us are working in the office, but your church staff will be taking Monday off. And that means that I also won't be holding my typical Monday drop-in office hour next Monday. So no open office hour next Monday. I'll be back to that the following week. You also will probably get these announcements a little bit late next week, so they'll probably come on Tuesday instead of Monday. We do have some whole church events coming up. The big one, of course, is our annual meeting, which is on June 7th. It's going to be at noon via Zoom, and we'll be sending out a whole bunch of details about that in the next couple of weeks. We've got a fabulous tech team who's come together to figure out how to make it possible for as many of you as we can, hopefully everyone, to participate and vote. So watch your email for that. We'll be sending some packets out by mail for folks who don't have email. There'll be lots of details about annual meeting coming up. And we are having our traditional pre-annual meeting Budget and Brownies event on May 26th at 7 p.m. on Zoom. I haven't set up a link for that yet, but watch for it in the next few days. And that is an event where usually we we present our budget and you enjoy some brownies made by our board of trustees. This year, you're unfortunately going to have to make your own brownies at home, but I invite you to come with a treat and join me on Zoom to talk about our budget for next year. And it's going to be a little bit different than in past years. We're actually going to look at passing two different budgets because of the uncertainty of this time. So I hope you will join me for that conversation on Zoom, 7 p.m. on May 26th. I also want to remind y'all that our UUA's General Assembly will be online. That is the last week of June. And I'll put a link in the comments that has all the information about it. And I would love to have folks join. I know we had a bunch of folks who were gonna come down to Providence and be a part of various parts of it. Unfortunately, we don't get to actually travel and be together, but it also means it's pretty accessible. And it's a lot cheaper than it was going to be in person. So take a look at what's there. And Sadie and I are planning to do an Eat, Share, Learn lunch focused on talking about virtual General Assembly and ways you can participate. So stay tuned for when we'll be doing that. That's what I've got for this week. I will be back next Tuesday, not Monday, but Tuesday, and with announcements. And if you want me to include anything, just get it to me by 9 a.m. on Tuesday morning. And in the meantime, I hope that you are able to get out and enjoy the nice weather it looks like we're going to have this week. I hope you're staying safe and taking care of yourselves, and look forward to seeing you online soon.